child might cry.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay, we'll give you about a minute to settle down or to get out your slides, whichever you're doing. Now, great. What did we look at? Third grade. I want to show you the third grade. So those are your slides there, ready? Your chart, do you want to display it now or do you want to display it later? It's up to you. The choice is yours. Because if you need to put it somewhere, you can put it somewhere now, so we just refer to it.
I'll do it later.
Later. So please state your name and the class you'll be teaching.
Okay. I am Karimot Quadri. Code number 011BQ. I'll be taking English language, and the topic is Introduction to Noun Phrase.
And class?
SS1.
Okay, let's start your time.
Did they
Easy.
ask for my objectives?
Yeah.
Please.
Okay. And what's the range of ages you're teaching?
From 14 to 15 years.
Okay. And so the objectives now.
The objective is for them to identify the noun phrases and how it functions as subject and object in a sentence.
Okay, can we start the time? Stop right there on the board.
Good morning, class.
Good morning to you.
How's your day?
Very
Brilliant.
well. Thank you.
Can somebody remind me what we did last week? What was our topic for last week?
I can't remember.
Okay, BC, can you help us out? Okay, good, thank you. We did phrases. Thank you. Let's give a round of applause. So this morning, we're going into something else. But before I do that, before I introduce the topic, I would like you to do a bit of critical thinking. I'm going to give you some expressions, and I want you to tell me what you think about them. Now, BC, the bag. Sunday, some boys. Sewing, the painting. Now, what do you think about my expressions? What comes to your mind? I would like to know what comes to your mind. Okay. BC, okay, thank you. What I'm saying does not make sense to you. Okay. What about you, Shay? Oh, good. You have issues with this because there is no verb, there's no action word. You need nice of you. Okay. Talani, you want to help us out? Okay. What I've been saying does not really make sense. You can't really pick what I want you to do. Fine. Now, if you're able to tell me all this, what do you think when you have expression that does not make sense to you? What topic do you think you are trying to bring out under our grammar? Okay, Shay wants to help us out. Thank you. Good boy. Okay.
Phrases.
Okay. Noun phrase. Okay. Shola, are you with him? Good. Fine. So this morning we are going to noun phrase. So good. So what we are looking at this morning is noun phrases. Now let's go back to our slide. Okay. So we'll be looking at
It's open already.
okay. So without wasting time, I'm going to show you some things. Good. Now let's look at the examples we have here. The first example, some boys were given gifts. For us to know what our noun phrase is, we are be able to know what phrases are. We are able to say we are treating noun phrases. Now, can somebody tell me what a noun phrase is? Sheyi, a noun phrase, okay? Good, thank you, bravo. A group of words that does not have finite verbs and does not make any meaning. Good boy, I love that. Now, if you think they don't make sense, now can you identify the noun phrase we have here? Can you? Okay. Sheyi, some boys, good, thank you. Now that we are able to identify some noun phrases there, let's move on to, let me see what we can do here. Activity. Now, please, let's look at the first sentence. I need a cup of coffee. Can we have any noun phrase there? Sheyi, good, a cup of coffee. Okay, we have a cup of coffee here. Then, my younger sister lives in Kaduna. What is that? Sunday, my younger sister, good. Now, how do they function in the sentence? We all know that our subject receives, is the one that performs the action, while the object receives the action. In the first sentence, I need a cup of tea. Now, who is receiving action and who is performing here? Who is actually performing the action? Sunday, hi. And that's now hi. Is it a phrase or just an ordinary noun? Boss, okay. Thank you. It's just an ordinary hi. Now, if you want to say a cup of tea, and that is receiving the action performed by this name, now it's going to function as what? Sheyi? Good. Object of the sentence. If we come back here, my younger sister lives in Kaduna. Now, if I underline younger sister, what does it function as? BC? Good. Bravo. Give yourself a round of applause. It functions as the subject of the sentence. Now, the assignment I have for you is you have to write on this. Look at the assignment on the board. You have to write on this, and then you submit next week, Thursday. And it's going to be group. I'm grouping you into two places. We have group A and group B.
Which at this level, even though, I've been teaching for many years, but I see so much passion, so much organization. You must have prepared greatly for this. But I think you should inject a bit of warmth and smile. Yeah, even if the teacher is under stress, and everybody is, you're teaching SS1. You know that phrase, in loco parentis?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you are the parents there, and the emotions you volunteer, that's the same thing that the children would bring back to you. For the first time, I think I saw someone here using the chalkboard, apart from just the slides. So I think you've done very well. And you manage your time very well. You've shown mastery of the subject matter. I think by and large you were able to achieve your objectives. So thank you very much. I will score you highly. But I wish that you smile more.
I'm strong.
Yeah, you're trying.
No, I'm strong. I've been
You're
for
strong.
gyms.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry about
sorry to hear
that.
that. Yeah, I
I
think
was
I
supposed to
saw.
have been here because of the.
Oh, yes. So well done. So well done for holding on.
You could hold out. Well, that's good. Well done.
Thank you, Prof. Got the table.
Well done.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well done. Thank you for teaching this lesson well. Thank you for being able to. I like the interaction, the way you were getting the students to, bring the answers. So I consider it a very interactive lesson. Because it's easy to go to this kind of lesson and just keep talking to yourself, more or less. But I'm glad that you carried the students along, made sure you were asking questions to get them to the point where you get the answers that you want. By and large,
Are you fine, or do you need to?
Want to
say
say
Go come back.
How many can I say?
you need to sit. Okay. So, well done, well done. I think we need to let you go. Yeah.
Okay. That's something I didn't mention.
I'm waiting for.
Okay, maybe you can we'll come back to it. Have you finished?
For now, I think there's
You
something
sure?
I want to say, but
Okay, so let me come back to Prof then.
Okay. There's just a point I did not mention,
Sorry.
and that is that, you know, the beauty of your lesson is that capacity to be able to translate from one point to another. It's a little weak, and maybe it's because of your state of mind and state of health. But that's something I noticed, that it has to flow. Because I see when you finish one, you stop and then you try to graduate again. Yeah. You've done well.
Thank you, sir.
You don't want a seat?
No.
A seat is good.
I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
so the other thing I wanted to ask, I've just been looking at the assignment, and I'm not so sure that I understand it. Write elaborately on any other three functions of noun. The word I'm not sure that I understand how to interpret it is the word elaborate.
Laboratory.
Yes. If you just said write on other functions of noun phrase, or
Okay.
so how elaborate is elaborate?
I
How long
fix
is the
that
piece of
because
string?
it's the project that they're going to do. It's a project work.
Okay,
okay.
It's
gotcha.
a project work.
Okay, that explains it, all right. Okay.
Well, that's
So
essential.
waiting for.
You're waiting with me? Well, I'm here for you. I'm here for everyone. But let me just say thank you again, and thank you, Dr. Chinton, for your comments, like usual. They've told you many of the good points which took place in this lesson, and there are quite a number. But I'll still mention some before I can go on to anything else. We must always do that. So, yes, your start was good. So you were using the imaginary classroom, and it works to a degree when you imagine there are students there. But at some stage, you might just want to check that what you're doing works for real people as well, because that's part of what Dr. Tinedu was saying with the project there. And as a project, you know, when people do projects nowadays, we're trying to not let them just write, but you'd say something's a project that they're going to bring in a model, if they're going to bring in some pictures, if they're going to interview people. So there's a bit more to a project. You can't just say it's project work and then say write. It almost seems like, you know, it almost seems like a misnomer, if you see what I mean. You're an English teacher, you'll understand that. Anyway, that's just on that point. But you see, again, you had that, what I call a silent start. You started off well, you were asking questions, you then turned around, I can't even tell what you did at the board, but while you were doing it at the board for like 20 seconds or so, no learning was taking place, no task was given.
Okay, when I was writing on the board.
Either you were writing, did you actually write on the board?
No, I think at that point, they had identified a noun phrase, and she wanted to underline the one that is a noun phrase.
The pen.
But the pen was not
Okay.
cooperating, and then she just
So
went
I
on to
had to
something
just
else.
improvise.
I just thought there was
by saying-
silence. Do excuse me, I just thought there was silence. That was
That's
probably...
what happened at that point.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Because I mean, I just noted that. Okay. And the other thing is that it's a little point, but it's worthwhile noting that the slides you're using, PowerPoint, is actually a visual medium, and you've only put words on it. So no videos, no songs, no graphs. So it's really meant as a visual medium. So but I know how you've used it. You've used it to speed up the lesson, and that works as well. But since you're using it, you might as well put a few relevant pictures, which are going to help those who, you know, have a punch-up for, you know, learning in a visual way. Yeah?
Okay, I was
They don't
trying-
only learn in the visual way. I'm going to say that for the tape here, that when we say someone is a visual learner, it doesn't mean they only learn visually. It means that that's their, they have a propensity for that.
Yeah.
That's how it works with them, it connects with them better.
So I was really trying to avoid giving something of lower standard to an SS1 student. Just like
If
my
I may
previous
add,
teaching
yes.
They
style.
work together.
Yeah, they work together. I could also add that when you give examples in slide 2,
Yes, ma'am.
then the colors could come in some boys,
Okay.
you know.
Those ones will be in color.
Yes. So that's kind of, because it's just stacked black and white.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Thank
if
you,
I could just take one moment of your time, go to the slide that had some boys on it and
Slide
many
two.
something.
Voice.
Yeah. Slide two.
Okay.
You see, you started the lesson very well. You said some boys, now I thought, okay, what's that? The boy, some paintings, and of course, that got me intrigued, like, are you going to say anything else? And then you got to think about it. That's good. But I think a little sorting exercise at the start could have helped. So you may have had 4 lines on the board, 2 phrases, 2 full sentences, a little which are sentences, which are phrases, or what do you notice about it. That's just a way to try and draw them in. It helps with both your prior learning, which you made mention of, and then it takes you to where you're going. Yeah?
I asked them to identify where the...
If I'm not wrong, I think all of these are full sentences.
Yes, sir.
Am I right in saying that all of these are full sentences?
All right, sir.
Yeah, they have your subject and predicate. So what I was saying is that you could have had on one slide, some would be phrases and some would be full sentences.
Okay,
Hence,
okay.
you're
okay.
letting them decide which is which.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's all I've got to say. And thank you very much again, yeah?
Yes,
And
sir.
take care of yourself.
Teach and we